Hello everybody, Alex here, and today we're going to be playing Kingdom Hearts. Now I know what you're thinking. This isn't Spider-Man. What's going to happen to the Spider-Man Let's Play? Nothing. Nothing new is going to happen. They're both going to be uploaded as soon as I figure out a schedule, because I had a good week where I didn't upload anything, and that was really bad, and it was a bad habit to fall into. And I'm going to try and break it. I'm going to try and
Is any of this for real?
get some videos every day, at least one or two. Gonna try anyway. So Kingdom Hearts is a interesting idea that was basically creators of Final Fantasy were like, hey, what would happen if we created a completely original story but put Disney characters in it? And it worked. The crazy thing is it worked. Kingdom Hearts is a fantastic game that is close to a lot of people. A lot of people love this thing. Have been clamoring for Kingdom Hearts 3 for, is it 2 decades yet? I think it's no, it's not 2 decades. But a decade and a half, I think, since Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. And fans are ravenous for any information on Kingdom Hearts 3. And it finally got a release date. So I know I want to get caught up for it. So I'm gonna be playing some Kingdom Hearts, getting in the mood for Kingdom Hearts 3. Just a couple weeks away. So Kingdom Hearts, excuse me. This is our JRPG styled anime opening cutscene. Introduces our main character. It's a weird song for the type of stuff that's going on. Nothing bad about the song. The song's great. But introduces our main character and puts him in some trippy situations, like falling with meteors during a meteor shower and then falling through the ocean, which is actually the sky, back into the ocean. Yep, see? I mean, it's just craziness. Back into the ocean. And here we have him, Sora, our main character, he's our plucky, optimistic go-getter. Wants to beat evil with the power of friendship. Basically all you need to be a JRPG or anime protagonist. Especially the hair. He's got the hair down. So this whole cutscene is a segue into our tutorial section. Kind of like a dream area where we learn the basics about the game. On a lovely backdrop of a stained glass floor that has Snow White on it. Because of course, why not, right? So little time. Take your time. Don't be afraid. I feel like those are paradoxical. They cancel each other out. The door is still shut, whatever that means. So the tutorial in this game teaches us how to move. But to be fair, this was a lot of people's first video game. This was one of the very first that's not true. This was one of the very first games I played, like, seriously by myself, without, like, parental guidance or something. I played video games with my dad all the time as a kid. So, really important decision that is more than just your starting class, because those don't exist. This has a hidden meaning to it, and it's what kind of skills you're going to get and what your final stats are going to look like. Now, there are charts that are more helpful than what I'm about to say, but the strongest possible character, min-maxing stats, all that, you're going to pick the staff, and then it's going to ask you to give something up, and you're going to give up the sword. That is not necessary. You can beat the game with any weapon combination easily. This game is not hard to the extent where you have to min-max in order to beat it. You don't need that. You don't need to do it. But for the sake of not making people angry that watch this, I'm going to pick the staff and give up the sword. Because that's just apparently the best. I've done playthroughs of every weapon combination. I feel like I've played this game so many times. PS2 version, never the Final Mix version. Unfortunately. This is the first time I've played the Final Mix version, so I'm sure I'm going to be surprised by some stuff, and I'm going to be really happy about it, because I'm sure they've made quality of life changes since the PS2 version. And the game just looks amazing. Like, this game doesn't look dated. You know, I don't know if the graphics have been improved that much. They don't look like they were significantly improved. But I guess this game has just aged super well. Was Cinderella always a brunette? I feel like that looks off to me, but whatever. These backdrops are really cool. You've gained the power to fight with a collectible you probably got at Disney World. But the cool thing about the tutorial section of Kingdom Hearts, it doesn't like beat us over the head that there are Disney characters in it. There's, you know, decorations, the weapons are modeled, but these characters are not, or these enemies, excuse me, are not Disney enemies. They look very much like something you'd find in any JRPG. So I like to think about Kingdom Hearts as a Final Fantasy game that was heavily modded using Disney properties. I'd say saying that is a pretty good description of what it is. And on paper, it looks insane. If you explain this to somebody who's never played or seen Kingdom Hearts being played before, they'll probably tell you that's a crazy idea, that's silly, something along those lines. But it works. It shouldn't work, but it does. And the combat is very, very easy. It's mostly button mashing. Based on skills and magic that come into the game later, combat gets a little more complicated. Man, that's such a sudden drop. It's just thump, drop. Getting swallowed by darkness. That's never fun. Now where are we? More stained glass. Always cool. He did say the door was still shut. This is a field icon. It pops up whenever a special command is available. So, example of a change. That little triangle bar above the command menu, that didn't exist in Kingdom Hearts 1. You would have to scroll through and click interact or talk or whatever. Now it's all moved to triangle. That's way better. But that was implemented in Kingdom Hearts 2. It didn't exist in Kingdom Hearts 1. Oh, another thing worth noting is down at the bottom right corner you have your basic RPG stuff, health bar and magic. But if you start out with any other combination, like if you pick the shield or the sword, you're only going to have 2 little segments of magic. Because I picked the staff, I get 3. But it's also going to take me a long time it's going to take me a longer time to kill things. Because the staff is not focused on hitting things, and you don't get magic for a while. Super fun. So we got swallowed by darkness, and now we're stepping through a door of light. I feel like there's some thematic foreshadowing going on. But you know, whatever, right? The door won't open just yet. That's just rude. We knocked and everything. Alright, press the touchpad for first-person view. You can use the left stick to look around. Okay, so we want to talk to all these characters and tell them a bit about ourselves. What do you want out of life? So, you can answer honestly, but again, these have a hidden meaning behind it on how fast you level up. If you click the first answer to all of them, you're going to level up faster for the first 50 levels, and then the last 50 levels are going to go a little slower. If you answer all the middle ones, you're going to have a pretty consistent level up rate all around. And if you answer the last one for all of them, the first 50 levels are going to be more of a slog to get through, but the last 50 levels are going to be quicker than any other route. I always go middle of the road. You know, just having a consistent level up rate just makes more sense to me. If you're doing a speed run, of course do the first one. If you're trying to min-max, That's the only reason I can think of picking the third one. That's all I got on that. I always pick the middle because it just makes more sense to me. And how you know what you're getting is that first line at the top of the screen there. Your adventure begins at midday. If it said at dawn, you would have picked that first 50 levels are fast, second 50 levels aren't. And then if you pick the dusk, it'd be the first 50 levels are slow, second 50 levels are quicker. So on and so forth. I think it's dusk. I think it's dawn, midday, dusk. I don't know why you would, start a journey at dusk. That doesn't make much sense to me. It's Aurora. And a lot of thorns. Okay, step into the light. Light is good. Light is your friend. Shadows are bad. They're bad guys. With their creepy little glowing eyes. These things are unsettling. I think they gave me nightmares as a kid. I'm not 100% on that. But they're just unsettling looking, With their twitchy movements and the little antennas and the glowing eyes. Straight creepiness. Oh man, you are really feeling it with taking 4 hits to kill anything. That's a bummer. Wish I had some magic to go along with my staff. So, just button mash and move, lock on. That's what the combat is right now. Gets more complex later on. And these are save points. Another staple of RPGs, you can't just save at any given time, you gotta be at a save point. However, they do refill your HP and MP, which is very handy. And these are super cool. I don't know why, I always like these stairs. So, I'm not gonna worry about saving right now, because I don't care. And you're not just on platforms, they're like little towers, and I always like these stairs because it led to this this tower, which just looks very intricate and fancy. It's gonna be really embarrassing if I didn't save and I die up here. That's gonna be super embarrassing, but I don't think it's gonna happen. The closer you get to light, the greater your shadow becomes. Well, isn't that creepy? That's even creepier. But don't be afraid, it's just your shadow morphing into a giant monster to murder you. Don't be afraid, though. This facial expression always gets me. His shoes are gigantic. Those are clown shoes. So, first boss in the tutorial section. He's not a hard boss. You just want to target the wrists when you can, and then when he punches the ground. You may think he has a terrible aim, but it's actually to get these little shadow things. I never focus on them. I focus on getting as many hits off as I can on his wrists. And that's all I focus on. Now, he has some attacks that let you, like, walk up his arms, and then you can get some hits on his head. I don't know if it does more damage if you hit him in his head, like right here. So, just gonna keep hitting his arms. None of his attacks are particularly dangerous. Like, that hit me, but it didn't do much. And again, a lot of the attacks are gonna miss, or you're going to block them accidentally when you are just swinging your weapon. Shield, sword, staff, doesn't matter. I do not know if the shield actually has a smaller, like, hitbox. I don't think it does. I think all the weapons, all the starting weapons, have the same reach. Hey, leveled up. Just by hitting things. Oh, another way experience works. When you hit things, you're not getting experience, but when you see that little 1p, I always call them 1 point of experience. Whoa, where'd I go? Okay. I can't reach him right now. Can you do an attack so I can hit you? Thanks. You don't get any XP for hitting things. However, if you deflect an attack, you will earn XP. So you deflect or hit an energy projectile, for example, on this guy, you'll get 1 point of experience. And coming up, there is a way to cheese some extra XP. I wouldn't suggest like power leveling to do it, but you can get a couple points of XP here and there through a little bit of an exploit coming up. But don't be afraid, it's just a big shadow monster. He's terrifying. You hold the mightiest weapon of all, the staff, right? No, it's probably talking about your heart or your inner light or whatever, other JRPG tropes. So don't forget, you are the one who will open the door. There's a lot of doors. Which one? You talking about a specific door? No. And it was all a dream. One of the biggest cop-outs of any story. You can just say, it was all a dream. We're on a beautiful sandy beach. Beach bumming it up.
Give me a break, Kyrie.
Sorry, you lazy bum. I knew that I'd
That's
find
rude.
you snoozing down here.
No, this huge black thing swallowed me up. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't... Ow.
Are you still dreaming?
It wasn't a
Probably.
dream. Or was it? I don't know.
It was a dream. Just get over it.
What was that place? So bizarre.
Yeah, sure.
Say, Kyrie, what was your hometown like?
So Kyrie,
You know, where you grew
another
up?
one of the main characters, we
I
saw her
told you
briefly
before.
in the opening
I don't
cinematic.
remember.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You ever want to go back?
Well, I'm happy here.
It is a
Really?
pretty island.
But you
Yeah.
know,
Gorgeous
I
pixelated
wouldn't
sandy
mind going to
beaches.
see it.
I'd like to see it too. Along with
Shacks.
any other worlds out there. I want to
Waterfalls.
see them all.
So what are we waiting for?
Very nice place.
Hey! Aren't you guys
Uh-oh.
forgetting about me? So, I guess I'm the only one working on the raft.
Ah.
And you're just as lazy as he is.
Well, I was napping.
know-
She woke me up.
Okay, we'll finish it together. I'll race you.
Huh?
What? Are you kidding?
Ready? Go!
Ready? Go! I wonder who's gonna win. You know what the awful secret is? We don't get to find out who wins because we're about to be interrupted by the official title card of the game. Any second now. I think. I'm pretty sure. There it is. Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. I'm really excited about this project. This is probably going to be longer than Spider-Man, because Spider-Man doesn't seem to be a really long game. Although I am going to be doing a lot of extras in that game. And we get a second title card. This is a location card. It tells us where we're at, which is Destiny Islands, the first level, I guess. And I'm going to end it there, but I will see you all next time. Bye.